like to give a personal shout out to my English 12 teacher, Mr. Takazaki. If you give him a round of applause. I'm getting a head start. Roughly 545,000 students, K to 12, should be in class this very moment. 40,000 teachers are locked out of schools, and I've missed 2,640 minutes of my grade 12 year. Hello, my name is Zachariah Stivey, and I'm a frustrated student who just wants to go back to school. I go to Thomas Haney Secondary, a self-directed school in Maple Ridge. In this school, students work at their own pace. They set their own timelines for projects, and it's their responsibility to complete the courses by the end of the year. Some students excel at this concept of learning, but some like to leave major projects to the end of the year. Without a teacher strike, it's very difficult to get everyone's work in, and with the teacher strike last year, it proved to be impossible. Many students finished with lower than average grades, and a couple of my peers failed more than one course. Now they find themselves in a very unpleasant situation, having to cram courses into their grade 12 year and finish with the required 80 credits. This year is a special one for me personally, because this is my final year in the public school system, grade 12. I not only have some of the toughest courses high school has to offer, but I also have the task of applying to post-secondary. The hardest decision I've had to make from grade 1 to 11 was probably what to eat for breakfast. And now, this year, I need to choose what I'm going to do for the next 40 years. I am ultimately preparing myself for the rest of my life. With the teachers on strike, I am unable to start the courses I need to graduate. I am unable to send in university applications because I have no way to access my official transcript. And I am unable to access any grad transition personnel whose positions were cut at the end of last school year. I need to start school. This strike is putting an unnecessary pause on my education, which may affect me in the long run. At Thomas Haney, I take a course called Leadership. We mentor younger students, organize and lead school events, and give tours to teachers all over the world wanting to see what self-directed learning is in practice. We did a study last year on what it means to be a leader and what leadership is. Effective leadership is putting first things first, addressing one problem at a time, and making goals reality. In this dispute, many have picked a side, teachers or government, but I'd like to entertain the thought of a third side, the students. This group is the one suffering from the actions of the other two parties. We, the students, are being used as pawns, bargaining chips. Both the teachers and the government are not showing very good examples of leadership. All I hear in the media is one side calling the other side to this elusive bargaining table. Both sides are fighting for what they think the deal should be. But for me as a student, I just want to go back to school. I want to learn, I want to be taught, and I want the education me as a Canadian citizen deserves. I know that what I just said reflects the other students my age are feeling. We feel that our voice is unheard and falls upon deaf ears. We almost feel hopeless. In situations like these, all we have is our voice. And I feel like the government's just not listening to what I have to say. But in conclusion, I leave this to you. I was always told to face my problems head on. The issue is not going to disappear on its own. And the only way to solve it is through negotiations between the BCTF and the government. If they truly want students back in schools, then both parties need to be making substantially more effort in bargaining. It's time to stop this silly back and forth blame game through media and get the future generations of this province in school, preparing them for the workforce. Thank you.